I've got a problem. You see, it all started when my wife said she bought some snowshoes. And I was like, great, that sounds fun. But then I realized two things. One, I don't have snowshoes. And two, the snowshoeing companies must be a money laundering scheme or something. I mean, what kind of business model requires people to buy snowshoes just so they can buy and use snowshoes? It doesn't make any sense. That's like going and buying a car and then the salesman saying, well, hold on there, pal. Before you drive off, you need to buy these 4 smaller cars that fit under the big car in order for it to actually work.
Now, following my newfound lifelong battle with Big Snowshoe, I think I've decided to make my own snowshoe.
Now, one main goal is to make mine cheaper. You can see these were originally $220. Let's just go with $154 to be fair. Not only will I be making it cheaper, I will be also improving upon the design. Now, it's common knowledge at this point that the elephant's hoof is most optimal for snow traversal. Some people call it the stop sign. You can call it whatever you want, but this will be the base for our snowshoe. You can see I've welded a base plate onto our elephant's hoof design. And you'll notice that on top of this here, we've actually got this little black thing. What does it do? That's right, it swivels. This rotisserie here solves the most embarrassing part of wearing a snowshoe. When you turn around, you kind of gotta look like a penguin. With this, just rotate. Let's say I'm on my snowshoe, clomping along. Oh man, gotta turn around. Woo! You can even see it's rated at 480 PSI. I think that's like 480 per shoe, I guess. All right, this thing looks like it's ready to go, I think. So let's go find some snow.
And so our hero took to the skies and ascended the tallest peak with the highest of hopes. Yet he was met with the setting sun and utter humiliation.
Well, I've finally made it to the summit of Mount Everest. It's pretty cold up here. But let's do a little bit of snowshoe testing, shall we? So, you know, I've got the classics. And then we've got the new and improved ones. You can tell they're improved because they've got neon colors on them. Okay, here we go. I want to put on the classics first. Run up and down here a little bit and see how it goes. That went pretty well, I think. You know, it was all right. Could be better. Here's what we've all been waiting for. Full disclosure, I have not worn these yet. Let's give it a try. Well, they're definitely better than nothing, but marginally better than nothing. So far, the major design flaw with these things are the laces. My boots just keep slipping out every time I try to walk, so I gotta talk to the children in my factory about how they made these things, because they're not very good. Let's do the test that we really came out here for, though. That's, of course, the rotation spin, right? All right, now imagine this. You just got in an argument with somebody on the snowshoe trail, and you're walking away, but they say something under their breath. What are you gonna do? Turn around like a little penguin, or are you gonna look cool? Ta-da! You know, I don't think there's a worse feeling than walking home after your invention doesn't work, but you're relying on the invention you were trying to beat to get you home. Kind of ironic, isn't it?
And so he returned to his laboratory to fix his beloved garbage shoes.
So you guys can clearly see from the footage that the boot can just slip out of the laces, rendering it useless, unfortunately. But I got a plan to fix that, and that's to give up. Just kidding, it's a bicycle tire. My grandpa used to say, when in doubt, bicycle tired it out. So I think I'm gonna cut some of this, put a strap on the front to wedge my shoe into, lace it on top of that, and hopefully that should work. Okay, so you can see that I got the front toe strap on now. Keeps the front of the boot nice and tight in there. I'm also employing a different lacing method. I call it the Y method because it looks like an X. And it keeps the boot on there pretty tight. A little bit of play for your ankle, and let's go head back up to Mount Everest to test this out.
And so...
Oh, good Lord. See, this is exactly the problem I'm talking about. Okay, we're up here at the summit of Mount Everest. You can see I've relied on the enemy thus far to get me up here, but that stops now. Hey, so far so good. You see how easy I rotated? You can do a little Do a little boogie while you're on these too. It's like a portable dance floor. Well, we're here. We are under our own locomotion at this point, as you can see. There's a little bit of a learning curve. It feels like you're constantly falling, but so far I haven't fallen. Let's see how easy it is to turn around in these things. That's pretty darn easy. Let's go left. Okay. Oh, actually, I wanted to face the other way. Easy. Actually, I want to do a 360. Okay, maybe the 360 isn't quite near that. Let me walk around a little bit so you guys get some view of what it's like. Turn around, boom, super easy. Hey, these things work actually kind of well, except for the constant feeling of impending doom. So far they actually kind of work as a snowshoe pretty well. I'm much better off walking on these moving platforms than I am just my regular shoe because it goes up to my knee. Here's a first-person view of what it's like to walk with these. Oh, wait, my shoe just came out. It's also got one of the coolest footprints ever, like a waffle. Should I rename these the waffle stompers? That's what happens when you got giant snowshoes on. I was gonna test to see how far I could walk up that mountain with these, but I keep having to redo the laces still, so I think we might call it here. Let me rotate one last time. At least that works. All right, folks, I think that's it. These kind of sucked, I'll be honest, but at least they were cheaper. Here's the final cost. Those of you playing along at home and who know differential calculus would have already figured this out. Now, before you say, you said it was a better snowshoe? I didn't say which metric. In the rotatability metric, it is a better snowshoe. And of course, that is what I was referring to. Once again, I'll be relying on the enemy that I was trying to replace to get me out of here, but I don't want to show that on camera.